Hello, everyone, and a very, very good evening. Welcome back to a new episode of Big Boss. And why I'm saying Big Boss? The reason is because
And why are you
Indian.
saying good evening also?
Because we are 15 minutes late today.
No,
20.
but good evening, our good evenings are dependent on what is happening in Indian cricket. Is everything good
In
in
the Big
Indian
Boss
cricket?
house. Indian cricket Big Boss house
Okay,
these days
fine.
is the
But
same.
I'll ask you why. But whatever it is, but is everything good there?
Yeah. Even if it's not, we have to.
Then it's not a good evening.
It's still a good evening.
For
You,
me,
you need
it's not.
you need to be positive, na. You have to have a positive approach for that. But Indian cricket these days is just like
You're
the Big
talking
Boss
like
house.
a media trained athlete.
Media trained, everybody isn't media trained. Now only the athletes are, not their parents, not their
No, athletes are also not media trained. Some of them are. Some of them
cricketers
are
too are. Most
Huh.
of them are. No one.
not media trained. As there was a tweet put out by Harsha Bhokle, and I completely endorse that. In fact, again, everything that we've been saying for a long time, somehow or the other, now people are realizing that the first thing to ban is these PR.
Yeah, they
companies.
should not have PR agencies.
Because they are the ones who media train them. This is what you're talking about now. What to say, what not to say, when to say, what not to say, what your image is at the moment, how you can fix that image, when to do the interview, when not to do an interview, who to do the interview with, who not to do. All of this is being decided. So it's like a puppet show with strings are with people. First thing you're getting rid of many things. I know I've been watching all your videos on Sports Today that you've been doing throughout the day. This should be removed, that we'll get to that. This removed, that removed, this removed, that removed. Everything is wrong but for the cricket. But remove this
PR.
PR companies that
Agencies,
managing
But
players.
they also have to work, na.
No, so they have been there for a long time, but they worked in a different fashion. earlier.
Not
Now
for
they have
cricketers.
become dominant. They are deciding what to do. Earlier it was as a supporting cast, like what you're doing just to enhance that. Now you're setting the narrative, so that it's reached different level, which is now harming them. Anyway, why did you call it Big Boss? I don't want to digress.
Because there's not too many
I
differences.
don't watch Big Boss, so that's
Yeah,
why I need some
indeed.
more context.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm telling you. There's not too much difference between Indian cricket and Big Boss these days. Like every day, they leave you on a cliffhanger that the next day who said what about who said what about whom to someone else, what is going to happen the next. Because since the meeting has ended, every day there's been a new episode. First day, a fixed amount of leaks. Then second day, more leaks. Third day, more leaks. Now today we have fresh leaks
So
again.
we are the Salman Khans of it.
No, we are not
No,
the
because
Salman.
what he does is
Yeah.
He-
comes. Yeah,
comes and-
takes account of whatever's happened throughout the week. We just do it every day.
yes.
Yeah, that's the difference.
But is that what we're also doing? Yeah.
No, we are the big boss. Salman Khan is just a.
No, we are not. The Big Boss is the one. I don't watch it, but I know the basic
Yeah.
concept because there used to be Big Brother also when
Yeah, yeah.
Shilpa
So it's
Shetty
the
was
same,
there.
yeah.
So the Big Boss tells what to do. You're not a Big Boss. You don't tell. You say Big Boss चाहते हैं now play 3 all-rounders and drop. You don't do that. No, so you're not Big Boss. You are doing the role of Salman.
So BCCI is the big boss.
Yeah. No.
BCCI is also not the big boss because if BCCI was the big boss and BCCI would have been telling them what to do throughout. They don't tell anything. But once things go south, when everything is lost, then they come and say,
So there's just.
we will now change this, we will change this rule, which Big Boss does.
So
But
maybe
not on a
But there's
daily
just
basis.
one difference between Big Boss and Indian cricket. Over there, contestants aren't the big boss. Here, the contestants are the big bosses themselves.
no, but maybe
Yeah.
maybe I think you are the big boss then. You instruct us. Big boss ये चाहते हैं कि आप ये story कीजिए.
No.
No,
but
that's not Indian
how
cricket,
does
na.
that? I'm
That's
Big
not
Boss of
Indian
sports
cricket.
today.
Yeah.
We are talking about
Yeah.
Indian cricket.
This is
Indian cricket. How can I decide what is happening? That is being decided by, like he's saying, by the contestants themselves. The contestants are deciding what needs to be done. But the one thing is that the only other reference of Big Boss, I know that when you said Big Boss, I actually thought that maybe some new announcement has happened because the last time I heard Big Boss was then Shreyas Iyer was named the captain
Over there.
of Punjab
As the
Kings
Punjab.
and Big Boss.
Are you
So I thought
announcing the
maybe-
squad? Champions
By the
movie.
way, I really wanted to know your views
It's a
on
good idea actually. It could,
you know
it
this
could happen.
cute little stunt by Punjab Kings to unveil their new captain on a
We spoke about it
reality
yesterday.
show. Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, I think
No, you were there
I was
yesterday.
on a week off. No,
No,
yesterday.
the date was done. He was.
We've
Yeah,
spoken
yeah.
about it.
It happened at night. Next day.
Shashwat came up with a better suggestion. He had
Champions
said that
Trophy squad you
you
can
can announce next
there.
Champions Trophy squad can also come in weekend ka var.
I used to like the times, when the teams used to arrange for a press conference and then tell that,
Arey, I gave you
that
news.
is happening now
I
yesterday.
gave you news.
It's going to happen
That
on
it is
Sunday.
going to
Sunday there
happen
is a
on
press conference.
Sunday after the team is announced. You are going to have the chairman of selectors come and address the media. That
No, I was just
we told you
saying it with
yesterday.
reference to the Punjab Kings' announcement.
that you said Champions Trophy. So you can announce the squad in Big Boss and then press conference for your questions.
Outside.
Questions, because
Even Shreyas, he didn't have a press conference there, but he came out with the video message and then the jersey was given to him outside by the co-owners. So all of that happened already.
So what else is happening in the Big Boss house then? To borrow your...
Today's latest development in the house, that Gulati sir.
So Gautam Gambhir was...
No, that is...
that is a different thing. I think...
We will get to
No,
them.
you're saying outside the house also. That too is review meeting is the Big Boss house, na? But
What is
apart from that,
happening in the world of cricket, yaar, Shashwat.
Akashdeep has given an interview for the first time after
Not for the first time.
after the Border Gavaskar
Ah,
Trophy. He's come out and spoke. But rather than his bowling, he's talked about the bat that he has received by the great quote king Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
So he's really happy that he always wanted a bat from him, but he never got the courage to go and ask a bat from him. That was really odd to me. Because they were in the same IPL team for so long. He was his not captain, but one of the senior players. You could, if I want something from you, I can come up and ask for it. Na?
No, it depends
I
on
wouldn't be hesitant.
It can. Depends on the personality. There are so many people in a team. Like we have a team, there's so many people in a team. Or if you've played cricket in school or college, wherever, or football or whatever, there's certain people you can easily go and ask. Some people you can't. It's the personality type also.
So then,
Why should it be easy?
So that's-
Bats are, by the way, expensive. Huh? A lot of these bats are upwards of 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh, close to 2 lakhs.
no, but
And how
then-
many, by the way, I just think of Virat Kohli. Everyone wants his bats.
Yeah,
How
everyone
many,
wants
How
it,
many
yeah.
bats will he keep carrying?
Rinku Singh wanted more than one.
Everyone. Who got run out with that same bat just recently?
No.
Yeah, it was Akashdeep only.
Yeah, because he only has the same bat.
Run out. No,
He uses that bat as
in
well.
the New Zealand series, somebody got run out.
It would have been Akashdeep one because even if Rinku would have taken it, he would have gotten his own sticker on it because he's signed with a specific brand. That's why.
So,
But then
feel for Virat. Yeah.
then
Everyone
yesterday,
wants his bat. How can
no,
he keep
but
it?
then yesterday we were going after Robin Uthappa. That he's saying that he's inclusive. He's not talking to everybody. Players in themselves are saying now that they are hesitant in going to their senior
So
players.
what is wrong with that? And my point is everyone approachable? No, na.
No, but
Some are
that's the
friendly,
whole
some
thing,
are-
na. Then you can't be the captain, na. They see again. I do, and you can
Arey
be that.
yaar, come on. If he
No.
wants some advice on bowling, he can approach him. Asking for his bat.
But that's not
You see, by
captaincy,
the
na.
way, also how do you know? Now, no. You can be hesitant not to ask something, not because of who the person is. Sometimes it can be because of what you're asking. It can be, let's say, you want to do an interview. That will be a topic you can come and ask me easily. But you want, the series is happening, you want 15-day leave.
No,
Will you not be hesitant to ask?
no, but the way.
No, tell me.
Yeah, I would
the
be.
person is
yeah,
the same.
Yeah,
But the demands are two different
yeah.
demands.
Demands are too
So
different.
a captain's job is to fix whenever he's having problem with bowling or he's not sure about his place in the team or wherever other. The cricketing matters. That if he asks and if he's hesitant to ask him that, then maybe there's an issue. But how he's not said that as captain he had issues. We played under him, even though he's not captain, but almost like a. But that he's not said. Just to ask a bat it can be, let's say, as I said, if you wanted to ask me if I have a very expensive bat also, won't you be hesitant to ask me that?
I'd be hesitant, but see,
But you want a small little thing like, I'm outside and I'm walking in and you want me to bring you a samosa, that you can ask me rather
no,
easily.
but I might be hesitant to ask you for that as well. That's also possible, na.
That is possible.
But like for you,
If
a
I'm
what a samosa means
If I'm
to
an angry
us,
young man who might get angry on you because why you asked me for samosa,
Yeah.
then you may be. But I will not. No?
No, you will not, nah. But that's
So
the
you're saying he gets angry for everything.
that's
No,
why he feels. No, I'm not saying that he gets angry or he shouts at somebody if somebody asks or that something like that. But at times you have to see, as far as aura is concerned, as far as stature in Indian cricket is there, Rohit Virat, I don't keep them too far behind each other. I think almost on the same platform. I'd see again it very personal that can get very personal. But that it shouldn't be the case that with Rohit Sharma you can go and talk to him, whereas with Virat Kohli players feel hesitant. I just go back to there was this video on the BCCI's app. BCCI before the Border Gavaskar Trophy started. I've talked about this here before as well. That you saw all the players had to ask a question to their next player. Virat was the last in line. So Virat was standing there. He gave his answer and just walked away. And they panned the camera straight towards Sarfaraz Khan, where he looked like a little boy who's just about to get a toffee from someone he's been sort of watching since the beginning. He just his jaw dropped and he said, "What a legend!" And he walked away. That sort of a personality, I don't know how helpful.
So it's nothing wrong with his personality. Maybe people are in awe of him, and so that can happen. No, it's like, I'm just giving an example. There could be an Akshay Kumar and a Amitabh Bachchan in this office, right? Maybe I could go up to Akshay and say, "Hi Akshay, how are you?
Yeah.
Can I get a selfie with you?" Whatever. It's a possibility. Maybe with Amitabh Bachchan, I just can't.
Yeah,
Maybe I can't even It's not that I know him.
Because
or anything.
he's a little intimidating. I get that, and that's
No,
absolutely
I'm just saying
fine.
an example. Maybe I'm in
Yeah.
awe of him, and I'll say no. I can't even go speak to him.
No, that I do understand. That's absolutely fine. But that's also two differences there. You're meeting him for the first time. Sarfaraz Khan is in that team for a very long time now. Since the England when England came home, since then. So it's not like he's meeting him for the first time, or he would have met him for the first. All I'm trying to say is you cannot be an intimidating personality if you are the leader of the side, because that's where problems
No,
creep
but
in. Then.
okay, that is a fair point.
Yeah.
But we are assuming too much that based on the fact that he has said that I was a bit hesitant to ask for a bat, that you are concluding that he's intimidating. That I think is an exaggeration. If he's intimidating for everything, it's another
think
thing.
it depends upon the personality.
Just asking
Yeah.
for a bat can be a different reason he's not asked. No?
See,
I'm
had
just
it been
saying.
No, but like
Too
for
much
you,
assumption.
what samosas mean to us, a bat means maybe that
No,
not.
no,
No, in that sense.
I gave an example. No. I
saying
think
the-
Shashwat, you are making too much of this one statement and doing a character assassination of a person based on the fact.
Please don't.
No. Based on the fact that one person is. And also see, not every. You gave an example of Rohit and Virat. They're two different people. And I'm not saying either is right or wrong. I agree with you. I have seen the two of them. I have interacted with them as well. Rohit is a more happy-go-lucky, just boy next door kind of a guy. He's so chill. He's like that. Virat has a different personality, but it's not that I've not had a conversation with him. He was quite polite in those
No,
conversations.
polite so he will obviously be, na. He wouldn't be rude. I'm not saying.
But I'm just saying they both can't be the same. Is what my point is. There will always be different kinds of people. No, I mean I'll just give an example. Like the great Sunil Gavaskar. He he was very approachable by everyone within the team, but there were certain times where nobody troubled him because that's the personality he had in the dressing room. There could have been a Mohinder Ramanathan, same seniority in that team, who could be a buddy to everyone. He's a easy go, happy go lucky. I'm not saying either is good or bad, different personality,
But then if you have to go as far
Why
as
you
leading
think
the side,
Gavaskar
is,
was not a great guy? He's a fantastic captain. They won the champions of champions
1985. Yeah.
under him, which I think, by the way, cricketing wise, I think it was even tougher than the 83 win.
Yeah.
Not bigger, because World Cup win is bigger, but tougher in terms of how that competition panned out. So,
I think had it been Rahul Dravid, things would have been different. Akashdeep would have probably found him more approachable.
possible.
Depends upon the personalities.
Yeah.
see,
it is.
I feel
Can I
you
give an
have to be
example?
approachable if you're leading
No,
the
but
side,
can I give an
according to
example?
me.
I think Sachin Tendulkar is the sweetest guy that you
Yeah.
could have had, but people were intimidated just because of the aura that he has to even speak to him. Like so if I was a youngster, like isn't there a story about Virat where they asked him you have to touch his feet or
Yeah,
something like
Munaf
that?
Patel was the instigator. in
So
that
he touched his
incident.
feet also, because it's not that Sachin was a personality which would intimidate you. No, it's very soft spoken, kept to himself, quiet. But because of the aura that he had, everyone would have been hesitant to talk to him. I've heard of a lot of players who played with him for very long but could not muster enough courage to speak to him. Maybe after some time, then they thought, okay, maybe we can have a conversation. We can go to him. That also happened. So, I mean, what are the reasons you can't? One comment. There's an example of our producer Saran. She wrote a poetry to tell Sachin. He had come. He got asked me that, can I meet him? I said, okay. I took him there. There he could not utter it. He had prepared it but could not say it. He was
No, but see,
intimidated.
if Saran
And Sachin
sir-
is the least intimidating of them all.
No, but if
It's the
Saran sir
aura.
would have been in the dressing room of the Indian team, then Sachin,
no.
we have heard stories of Sachin also making youngsters feel
He
comfortable.
would, he would.
Yeah.
And by the way, there are stories of Virat also. A lot of youngsters swear by. They say that Virat
Rahul?
Bhaiya has taught me, Virat has done
Oof,
this,
yes,
Virat
yes.
has. So many
Never
of them
heard
have done.
anyone.
I
KL
think-
Rahul was the first one to say it.
Apart from KL Rahul,
how
Hardik
many
Pandya.
people say he's my inspiration? He's the one.
Inspiration. Inspiration is definitely inspiration of Sam
Rinku
Constas
Singh-
also.
Rinku Singh said that.
He's inspiration of Sam Constas also, na? But he pushed him.
Anyway, that is a different debate. What else is happening? What is the big news as I can see right now? Sitanshu Kotak has been made the batting coach.
Yeah, he's been made the batting good. There's this video on it.
So
So,
my only question is that there is a head coach, there is an assistant coach.
bowling coach.
There are two assistant coaches.
Ah.
Abhishek Nair and Ryan Tendulkar.
Yeah. Two, by the way.
Yeah, you're
So there is a head coach and two assistant coaches, which are going to be helping batting only, and now a batting coach.
And a fielding coach too.
No, that
Man,
but chalo,
throw
bowling,
down
fielding are different
specialist.
aspects. No, I'm not. I'm saying just one aspect,
So
which is
basically
batting.
Five people helping Gautam Gambhir. Two assistant coaches, batting coach, fielding coach and bowling.
That is okay. Those are
Yeah.
different aspects. Bowling and fielding are different aspects. I'm saying batting as an aspect. So a head coach has been a batter. Obviously, he will be ensuring what the batters have to do. There are two assistant coaches in Abhishek Nair and Ryan Tendulkar are also going to be helping in batting. So now there was a need of another batting coach.
Yeah.
No. Again, there was no batting coach. Though they were assistant coaches, na.
So, but they are also the coaches. So assistant meaning what? They will assist nine
No.
something.
They focus more on the mental aspect, both of them.
No.
Yeah. Abhishek Nair is known for that.
Yes, but he's also
More than
worked at the
technique,
technical aspect of the game.
Technical, more than that, he's more about how you adjust your life to become the greatest.
I don't understand
He's more
this
of that.
appointment,
No,
to be
he's
honest.
whatever
Whose
you
appointment?
can.
Yeah, so Sitanshu Kotak's appointment. I
Yes.
don't understand it.
I can't. And by the way,
I
if you
too
think please explain that.
Because I don't feel that. If they would have been batting coaches, if they would have been equipped enough to be batting coaches, Abhishek Nair or Ryan Tendulkar, they would have been named batting coaches from the very beginning. You did
Abhishek
not.
Nair is a specialized batting coach.
But
If
then
he-
why didn't you name it?
He has
he's a-
worked specifically with a lot of players who have.
Dinesh
Exactly.
Karthik. Yeah. I'm saying, but if they would have been equipped enough in that sense, according to the BCCI or the head coach, they would have been named head coach. Batting coach since the very beginning. Why would you name assistant coaches?
Doesn't matter what the nomenclature is. You are here. My point is, forget the nomenclature, batting coach. I'm just telling you there are three coaches already who would be focusing on batting, na. So now you needed a fourth person also.
I don't understand this, to be very honest. I personally feel that you already have Gautam Gambhir, who was a specialist batter when he was, playing
Now-
for
now-
India or Ranji or
Sanji
IPL.
told na that his
You have
average is
Abhishek Nair, you
overseas
have
or
Ryan
nothing.
Tendulkar also. I don't understand why did you actually
You tell
need a Sitanshu
who-
Kotak?
So what was the thing? Explain. What did you say? What is the issue?
He didn't have great numbers outside Asia.
said that?
Sunny ji.
No. About whom?
About Gautam Gambhir.
So Sudhanshu
That's
Kotak
why
has
he-
great numbers outside. He's not played only. Na? So then, if that
but he
is
has taken the Indian team overseas.
I thought that
earlier.
doesn't matter. So Gautam Gambhir has also taken the team overseas.
Yeah, so you saw the result. That's why you need
No,
somebody
no,
else.
No.
If
So
you
see,
rather needed a batting coach, you would have probably had a VVS Lakshman coming in as a batting coach,
that would
who
have
was
been-
one of India's best batter overseas in late 90s
no,
and early
but
2000s.
Consultant then.
VVS was your number one choice to be coach.
Head
but
coach
the-
also. Yeah, I'm just like quoting an example.
No,
Yeah.
but he did not become because he said he can't give that much time. So now if he can't give that much time, he can't be batting coach also.
Yeah,
na?
yeah,
So he can't obviously be a coach under Gautam Gautam Gambhir right now. So he couldn't have been. Either you make him head coach, and please tell me what is it that Sudhanshu Kotak can tell that Gautam Gambhir cannot pass on to the batter. Anyway, we get to know that coaching at this level is not going to be coaching as to how you're going to be batting. Yeah. It is basically about man management, and that needs to be done. By the way, Sudhanshu Kotak, an absolute legend of domestic cricket. I've seen him play a lot of domestic matches. My abiding memory of him is the amount of balls he would leave. He'd just keep leaving deliveries and bowlers would get tired. He was very good at that. But you know what I'm surprised with? And he's a very good batter. He was more a long format batter.
Correct.
That was his style. So now I'm surprised that for the white ball series, we're going to have T20s and ODIs, he is now going to come in as your batting coach. Whether if he was very specific to Test cricket, I could still understand because he has played a lot of domestic cricket. He's a giant of domestic cricket in India, left-hander batter that he was. But it's not adding up, and I don't think
it doesn't make any sense. Ideally, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But the only problem is maybe nobody is equipped enough, and that's what the BCCI feels, and that's what they themselves feel. That's why you think that a Sudhanshu Kotak could do that job.
So if
maybe
you
an
think
Abhishek Nair, a Ryan Descartes, or a Gautam Gambhir weren't capable of. Maybe see, I don't know personally. As much as we saw the visuals that we frequently got from Australia during the BGT, I personally did not sort of establish any way where I could see any efficient role of Ryan Descartes or Morkel in that sense with the Indian team. So maybe Gautam Gambhir realizes that I need to look at things from a larger perspective and I need a batting coach specifically, and Abhishek Nair is just an assistant to Gautam Gambhir, which he's always been at KKR also.
See, in case of Sudhanshu Kotak, the only thing that I can make of his appointment is that you're probably putting pressure on Abhishek Nair and Ryan Descartes. I think they were clearly under scrutiny after what had transpired in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. There was a pattern of dismissals that someone like a VIRAT KOHLI had faced. Even a couple of other batters, they did not really do well. Shubman Gill was consistently playing with hard hands and edging it to slips. I think the only thing that I can infer from his appointment is that you are actually putting too much pressure on. You're basically putting pressure on Abhishek Nair.
You're not putting pressure. You're undermining them.
Or maybe you're undermining them.
You're actually telling them that
exactly what you're doing.
You're doing. So then, but this was the choice.
They feel that they're not capable
This
enough.
was the choice of the head coach only to have them. Na?
But he says that nobody listened to him for first 6 months. The head coach says that nothing went according to my plan for the first 6 months.
So I'm saying forget what the plan is. These two came because you asked, no? You asked for them, whether people heard them or not. Now, if you're getting another coach, which also we've been told that the head coach is asked for, then what was the need to have these two? I would have liked that this thought could have gone earlier, that you have two important test series coming in New Zealand and in Australia, and we need someone like a Sudhanshu Kotak to be there. That would have made sense. So that's where you hire the top and the sharpest brains in world cricket to foresee what's happening.
Maybe you're
What's the point now? It's done and dusted. That bit is done and dusted. White ball cricket, by the way, is the least of your problem. Your batters are still going to score a lot of runs. The ones that you spoke about, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, all of them, you can take it from writing, in one day cricket will score tons of runs. India is going to have, a good run now in the white ball format till the Champions Trophy. They will have a, more than decent run. So the issue was not here. The issue was Test cricket. And so you did not see this problem arising. You and I saw it, by the way, when this support staff was picked. We did speak about how, how is any one of them going to be helping, whether it's an Abhishek Nair, whether it's a Ryan Descartes. Those are very white ball specific coaches. Picks. How are they going to be helping the test team? And the results are there for everyone to see, that you had 2 test series, when now in hindsight you're doing it. And I think that's the problem, which is the larger point I want to make, and that's our primary discussion, that you are trying to fix everything but the thing that needs to be fixed.
Exactly.
And everything that we've heard in the review meeting, and probably Siddharth will tell us a few more things, everything that we heard in the review meeting, none of it is actually dealing with the real problem that is right now being faced by Indian cricket. You're dealing with everything on the outside, and that
Who's
is the
leaking,
biggest
who's
problem.
not leaking, what?
Yeah.
No, but I've not heard one report where there have been questions on the team selections, which we have been talking about since the very beginning. You never knew, you might come to know about that tomorrow also. But every day something new is coming. So tomorrow maybe that's the next thing that they'll talk about. But nobody has talked about that fact that the team selections were wrong. Nobody's talking about that Mokel was there. Then was it his call as bowling coach to play Harshit Rana ahead of an Akashdeep or ahead of a Prasid? Was it his call to do all of these things? Was it Abhishek Nayar's call to play 9 batters all throughout the series? And then for all the good calls, be it Nitish Reddy who ended up scoring 100, that call was Gautam Gambhir. So all the calls that went against the Indian team, who was taking those calls?
No. That is what we'll get to, but I want to know what is the latest.
Latest leak.
Yeah, so the latest is that Gautam Gambhir spoke during the BCCI's review meeting, and he said that there is indiscipline within the dressing room, and one of the major reasons why BCCI has reduced the family time to 2 weeks now, assuming it's a 45-day plus tour, is because of the indiscipline that is currently there within the dressing room, the reported indiscipline. And also, he also mentioned that they really need to be strict with the youngsters now. And with youngsters, we all know he probably he's mentioning here. It could be Jaiswal, Shubman Gill. We can take as many names as we can. And also a senior player who was present during the meeting. He said that let's just make sure that we do not pay any match fee to the players because they aren't really prioritizing domestic and international cricket, which means that their focus is on the IPL.
Which senior player? Not the captain. Because if he's been termed as a senior player, not the captain, then there were others also in the meeting. Senior players. What were others doing in that meeting?
I don't know. So this is a bit
The speaker stories
extreme.
come from there.
So they don't get paid for their test matches. So then why are you selecting?
Let's
him?
just cut down on the match fee because they are not prioritizing
See,
domestic and international
this is the
cricket.
problem. No, this is the problem. Everything that has been spoken about, nobody is talking about the tactical decisions.
Exactly.
You lost the series because of tactical errors, the errors that we have spoken about throughout the duration. So my point is, and I'm sure you guys are also on the same page, when we were doing our programming throughout the BGT, every day when you notice something was amiss, it's our job to raise those points. A lot of you joined us in raising those points. A lot of you had your own points also to put forward. We had someone like a Mr. Gavaskar regularly come on every day of the test match and also raise a lot of points. Points like you're not happy to go with 4 bowlers. Like you always needed backup bowlers. What about the workload management of our fast bowlers? If there was workload management which was fine, why is it that with those number of overs only we are getting injured, the other bowlers from other countries are not getting injured? What was the plan, or was there even a plan to tackle head when he was scoring all those runs at that point? Who was deciding that? Rohit Sharma's batting order, KL Rahul's batting order kept changing. Were those questions asked in the review meeting is what I want to know. Your team selection was wrong on most days. 2 spinners you played in that Sydney test match where both were going to be underutilized. The greenest pitch that you've had. So many of these points we raised throughout the BGT. And if I was running that review meeting, I would have these, no? And my focus more than wives being there or not being there, or what I have to pay them or what not going to pay them. See, I also feel that it's none of these players went there to lose.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, right? They were found wanting in certain areas. They were inferior to the Australian team. They were the superior team. Ditto with the New Zealand team. So you lost. No one went there to lose. To cut their salary, I think, or their match fee is a bit childish. I don't think that even drives them to be playing that particular match fee, or will be a deterrent in their performance. Everyone who wears an India jersey, who could talk about any player, you like someone, you don't like someone, they all want to play. Of course, money is a additional benefit that comes with it, but it's not just the match fee. So I think that is childish. We've discussed about the family, how much time. Certain decisions that you've taken are good. We said, travel together or how much time, all of that. But the biggest thing is these tactical errors. I want to know why was none of those tactical things discussed. None of those things have been discussed. And what you are doing is you're discussing about this, and you've thrown that one little guy under the bus, saying that he's leaking the news in Sarfraz Khan, which has no proof, no validity. Nobody knows whether it's true or not. If you have said, see again, if I was Sarfraz, I would want to take a legal action on that. whoever has written it or whoever has done it, either you give some proof, or if there is someone who said it in the meeting, you put it, or the BCCI needs to come out and say
Correct.
it. If, by the way, if that is true, then BCCI should take action about it. We spoke about it yesterday. But if the BCCI is not even mentioning it, or neither have they taken action, and by the way, if you're knowing that, if some of you think that they'll be taking action, we won't get to know, we will get to know. So no action is also being taken. Nobody has even spoken. So that is then maligning the image of a player. And what have you done? And as I said yesterday, if you are blaming Sarfraz for leaking the news, Sarfraz wasn't there in the selection committee meeting, no, where the team was out even before the selection committee meeting for the T20I side was done. Sarfraz wasn't there in the review meeting, na? And yet everything that's happened in the review meeting, that has come out. So basically you're finding fall guys, you're finding scapegoats to put the blame on all of it, but nobody is discussing it tactically. Now
You've already ruined his career. You've just left, right and center. You have just ruined his career. First, you didn't play him for such a long stretch. After his 150, you decided not to play him in Australia. Nobody is talking to him. You're not sending him to bat even in the warm-up games. And now suddenly did he take the calls?
Is he
of
the
playing?
only batter not to play? Because Padikkal played,
Yeah.
Jurel also played.
Yeah.
And these were all behind Sarfraz, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
Correct.
All behind Sarfraz.
No, he and Abhimanyu Iswaran.
Yes,
Just
two
two
guys.
batters who haven't
Two
played.
players who have not gotten a chance, but everyone else on the tour did get a chance. And that's rather
ruined his
unfortunate.
Career, how much he has toiled firstly to come in this Indian team. You've not played him, and after that you're taking his name in the review meeting. If this would have done,
No,
it could
which
be-
we don't know whether it's true or not.
No, no. Even if he has not taken it, somebody has leaked it. This has been in favor of whatever it is. Gautam Gambhir, who himself used to come and give lectures that it's a team thing. 1-6 did not win you the World Cup. I've always underappreciated. He's doing the exactly same thing now. So
No,
what's
he's not leaking.
No, he's not leaking. But he's trying to push people up.
See,
he's
I don't-
pushing one person to a corner. That's exactly the problem he had.
No. But my point is, I do not know whether, if that is the case, then that's unfortunate. But my point is, I do not even know right now whether this was spoken in the review meeting. A lot of other things now we have clarified and we have got a confirmation
Even
that
if
those were things. No. See, there's a big difference, Shashwat. If he has not said anything, then your allegation of saying that, Gautam who said this, then how is he pushing one person in the corner? Then that doesn't hold true. If he's not taken his name at all, if that thing has not even been said in the review meeting, first things first. And as I said, if it has been said in the review meeting, assuming if it has been said in the review meeting, it wasn't said in an attempt that, see, if you want to malign someone, you could come out and say it in the public. You've only said it in a review meeting. Now, whether you think who's leaked the stuff in the review meeting, it can't be the players. It is not the coach. It is not the captain.
How can't it be the coach?
I am telling you.
But nothing's gone against the coach as far as
No,
reports are
in the
concerned,
review
no?
meeting, you think it is the coach who's leaked it. I don't know how much you know about it.
Could be.
No, it is not. I am telling you it is not. I know that much. I know who's leaked things from the review meeting. And it's very easy for anyone to figure out. In that review meeting, there are also officials of the BCCI sitting.
Yeah, but
And I explained it yesterday, how it makes sense for them to be leaking certain things. All of those things have been leaked. If you wanted to leak certain things and it wasn't the BCCI official, you could have done it even while the tour was on. I'm not saying what's happened to Sarfraz. We've made it a
all the
point
reports
here.
favor Gautam Gambhir as well. Na, since the very beginning, just one report since the time he has taken over as head coach, one thing has gone. One report has been against him. That was after the New Zealand series. After that, everything that's been coming out has been in favor of Gautam Gambhir, and that is a very big reason why I'm not ready to believe that Gautam Gambhir has. I'm not saying that he is the one to leak it, but I'm also not ready to believe that he has nothing to do with this.
Why not? Do you have any proof to suggest
No,
that?
I don't have any
Excuse
proof
me, if there is a truth, if the leaks are all true, then why are they not just leaks? And assuming, let's say, we had a fight here, okay? And in all of this fight, I was the one who was stopping the fight and ensuring that the fight does not happen, right? But after it is finished, we said none of it, and there were 5 people here, we said none of us is going to speak about it. Now, let's say somebody leaks that information. And in that information, it's like everyone else was fighting. I was the only one who was trying to stop the fight. Does that necessarily mean I leaked it? No. They could be, I'm giving an example, they could be a fourth person who leaked that news. The fact is, everything that was leaked is true. And if it has favored somebody, doesn't necessarily mean that is the person who's in.
No,
because you're saying that.
No.
That you can't buy.
No,
You just said.
I'm telling you why I can't buy, because there are some things that are so evident that are clear cut lies. Gautam Gambhir saying this, that enough is enough, now I'll be the one taking all the calls. That was something that wasn't true, because since the very beginning things have gone as per what he has wanted. Yes.
See, again, you're getting it wrong. Whether things have gone right or not for someone, I can still, in my saying, let's say, whatever videos you're making, I'm telling you to make. But at one day, when everything is going downhill, if I say in a meeting that no, from now on I will tell you, you might say under your breath, but till now also what you were saying was you're this thing only, na? But that doesn't necessarily mean that I can't say it. So everything that you're saying is based on an assumption, and it's an allegation. None of it, you're assuming and you're adding 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 for somebody can be 11. It is 2 for some other people. My point is, it doesn't necessarily mean where it's come from. Just as we are saying right now that I cannot 100% be sure if it is Sarfraz, or you also in that same way cannot be 100% sure that it was Gambhir. Yes, the leaks may have shown Gambhir in better light than others, but doesn't necessarily mean it could just be another player. Or it could be a member of the support staff. There are 50 other people there. And somebody who leaks it sometimes does not think that it's in his favor or XYZ's favor or why. He's just leaked whatever he felt or what he saw. That doesn't necessarily mean it's been done by that. The problem, as I said, remains is whoever has done it. And as I said, there is no point finding out who's done it. It's not even the question of who the messenger is. That's not an issue. The issue is that, and my focus is Indian cricket and where it needs to go. If you want to fix things in Indian cricket, you have to fix the issues that were there. And none of it that we've heard, it's all on the periphery, all on the side. All on the side. If I'm running a race and I finished last, I'm not dealing with, I didn't train hard, I don't have the right technique to run, I didn't take the right diet. I'm not talking about that. You know what I'm talking about? Aaj hawa na was very cold. So everyone else was also running in the cold. Today the crowd was making too much noise. So I got distracted. But everyone else was running with the crowd who was making that much noise. I'm focusing on everything else. So we are now saying, listen, crowds will have to be quiet when the race is happening because Nikhil gets distracted. Now for weather, the wind is very cold for him. So we will put some warm, big, flyers. So you're focusing on those things and not what the issue.
See again, now we've started to see that players, if there's news that is not correct, players come out and say that it's not correct within no time.
No. There's a very few player. I'll give an example. So you're trying to say, let's take Sarfraz's example. If he's not come out and said it, doesn't mean he was leaking it. No. A kid today in Indian cricket setup, again a wrong assumption. Indian cricket setup will be so scared. I don't know. You're not everyone is Jasprit Bumrah who's assured of his place and where he is, and you can't do anything to him. One message from you, tweet or anything, could land you in a soup. It's happened to players in the past. Just because people don't come out and say does not mean that they are guilty, and it could be everyone. I think, as I said, there is no point debating as to who's the one who leaked it. The core of Indian cricket remains that all the issues that you're doing, none of that has been dealt with. Everything on the outside you have decided. And my point is, and this is where the issue is, who actually could have asked those questions? You had BCCI officials sitting there. Now, everyone, if things have not gone down, at the end of the day, everyone has to be equally responsible, right? Whether it's the player, whether it's the coach, whether it's the captain, everyone, right? Everyone has to own up for the responsibility. And questions need to be asked of them. And I don't think they'll mind it. See, it's like whatever, right? If we are also being given a job, if we do well, we'll have plaudits. If we've not done well, somebody asks us a question, will we mind it? No. Because we didn't do a good job, we will be asked questions. So I don't think any of these will mind, have any issues with the question not being asked. But I think you let them easy by their demands or their issues about everything else on the side. And BCCI also, just because they want to be shown as somebody who does something, you have come up with this. And the biggest culprit here is BCCI. I'll tell you why. Whatever you are saying now, we'll do this, we'll do that. You only allowed that. You only allowed all of this star culture to fester. Somebody showed me, and that's also an issue. Somebody showed me a statement today that when they did not play Duleep Trophy, Rohit and Virat, I think Jay Shah's statement is there where he said it's okay, you can't have the same standard for
you
Rohit and
can't
Virat.
insist on Rohit and Virat.
This is where
Those were
this
the
is-
exact quotes.
So that's it. That is it.
And Jadeja also
So
in
now
that same
the
list.
biggest culprit was BCCI, but now you allowed this culture to be there. You allowed things to go south. You allowed, this lack of discipline or bonding or whatever. You allowed all of it. You could have nipped it in the bud. Nowhere it was time. That's why I'm saying the BCCI of the past administrators were different. They were not in awe of players. Jagmohan Dalmia, N. Srinivasan. We may have agreed, disagreed with them. I did many shows anti-Jagmohan Dalmia or Srinivasan. Whenever steps were done by BCCI which were not good, we raised those questions. But I'll still tell you, at the end of the day, they, ruled with authority. They could tell, no, this is what will be done. They never in awe of the players. They were never happy getting pictures clicked with the players. They were never happy about, oh, this guy will come to my function and cut the ribbon at my function. They concentrated on what needed to be done for cricket. I'm afraid now a lot of them who are in the running cricket are
Just
all
happy
fanboys.
being around.
They're fanboys. They're fanboys. So the problem was created by the BCCI, and BCCI is now by fixing
How
it.
will BCCI be bigger than the players if that's how they're feeling? Then the players will obviously feel that we are bigger than the board, and that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, why could not they have got a few former cricketers to be in that review meeting? They should have got, no? There used to be that cricket advisory committee.
CSE.
And their job
But
was to do
that time when there was no BCCI.
Yes, but that was not a bad idea. I'm saying in this review meeting, you could have had some.
You would basically not have a CAC type committee until you get knocked out in the first round of Champions Trophy, you get thrashed by England 5-0. Until then, it's not going to happen.
What else do you need, Siddharth? What's happened to Indian cricket?
No, obviously it's not right. You have lost.
You'll
to
never have a
Australia.
CAC because players don't consider any former player anything. That's very true, and you'll never have it.
Yeah.
And the board is also okay with feeling the same way what the players are feeling. That's
You
exactly
suffered
what
a
feels.
massive low in Australia.
But still, they don't feel that anything
Exactly.
is wrong. According to them, everything is fine, even now.
That reminds me of Mr. Gavaskar said, and I think there was a clear, hint at a few players where he said, "Mujhe kya pata? How do I know? I'm just that one guy who holds the mic and talks. So don't ask me, about how we can fix Indian. What do I know? I'm just a guy who holds the mic and talk."
I don't know. Is it really difficult to ask for help, or is it too easy to just come in front of the media and say this thing that if anyone has my number, they should just call me, and they basically should say they can probably give me some kind of advice as to how I should go about my batting or whatever it is. I don't really understand all these things, because any which ways Indian cricket is hurting, and if you don't make those necessary changes in your game as far as a batter is concerned, or a bowler too for that matter, things are not really going to work for the Indian cricket
You
team.
know
And
why? I'll tell you why they don't ask for help. I'll tell you why. Because that's the same thing that I discussed yesterday. Because you can't read the writing on the wall. You have reached so high in cricket that, see, this as I told you, this is a Bollywood syndrome sometimes actors have. That they're
don't know when to
surrounded by
stop.
yes men.
Yeah.
So their inner circle is yes men. They don't want to listen to anyone. And what do the yes men do? आपसे better good looking तो कोई है ही नहीं.
Exactly.
क्या आपने एक्टिंग की थी, क्या डांस किया है, क्या परफॉर्मेंस थी, वाह. The movie may be failing, but they don't realize it. And slowly, how do they realize? Slowly the offers stop coming and you just fade away. Now, the good ones are the ones that don't surround them with that. They see the reality. Take an example of Shah Rukh Khan. He saw that there was a time where a lot of his films were going down, and then he made this comeback in the last few years with 2 or 3 blockbusters.
Yeah, correct.
Because you realize that. Now, the problem here is, unlike Bollywood, in cricket, your time comes to an end. In Bollywood today, 60-year-olds are also romancing girls and they can play college boys because the medium allows it. In cricket, it does not. The problem is you reach such a high stature that you are surrounded by, just yes men all around. PR agencies coming back to it. People who are just talking about how good you are, how great you are. Social media fan clubs that are praising you all the time. In fact, you are doing a bad performance. So instead of highlighting that, and you are fighting with the other players and showing, acha ye to hai hi kharab, this guy is even worse. See, that is the issue. So what happens with all of this? You don't realize in your mind that, boss, time has passed you by, or your best days are behind you. You don't realize it. So you in your mind think, I am the greatest, I am the best, I will do it. And it happens to a lot of stalwarts. So they'll keep doing it. That's where you need somebody from the outside and a man of stature who comes and taps you. Boss, sorry, but time is up. Yeah. No, media, but the media's job is to chadao, you know.
But they even called him a clown by the end of the tour.
But I'm saying, so don't fall for that. Don't fall for what is. They will praise you, they'll bring you down, that's fine. I'm saying you yourself need to realize where you are. So the thing is, when you're saying about fixing and asking for help, you can only ask for help when you think I need it. But
Once
the
you feel
realization
it,
is there that nothing is wrong.
All the players who are not traveling with the team in today's day and age, if I just take them 20 years back when they were just little kids, wouldn't it have been their dreams? Just to travel in that team bus. That is exactly what you work for. That's exactly what you play for.
Wouldn't that have been their dream, that they are standing on the same ground where a few legends are standing and they can speak to them?
Exactly.
But today they will not.
They will not.
They won't ask for help.
And then now, if you want to you gave an example of Shah Rukh Khan. One more thing that he very often says is that this is what I've worked for. I wanted that I shouldn't be able to walk on the streets. I wanted to be this famous, and that's what I've always wanted. And the players also, I'm pretty sure, always would have wanted this. Now suddenly you're not liking this because you have too much of it. So that's exactly, then the game is, see, again, nobody's ever gotten bigger than the game. Nobody ever will get bigger than the game. If anyone thinks like that as well, I think they will fall down very soon.
Ask Vinod Kamble. As simple
Yeah,
as that.
Prithvi Shaw, even a better and more recent example. Even for that matter, I feel even Shreyas Iyer for that matter, when these were the same days a year back when he said, I can't play more than 30 balls, and now today he has to struggle in domestic cricket. Only then he can make a comeback in the Indian team. So that's how cricket works, and whoever thinks that if they are irreplaceable, that's never going to be the case. Sunil Gavaskar went, Sachin came, Sachin went, Virat came, Virat will go, somebody else will come. And that's exactly how cricket will work.
I think it basically takes me back to that example of Michael Clarke and Ricky Ponting. In 2012, it was Michael Clarke who had a chat with Ricky Ponting and told him that, listen, Ricky, you don't really fit in our best 11. Ricky Ponting never liked that thing, but he respected Michael Clarke. At least, he had the guts to, come and tell this thing to him on his face. In Indian cricket, I think there's obviously no one who can just go to Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma and tell them that, listen, boss, your time is up, or maybe you are not a part of the best 11.
No, why can't? I'm saying you got a Gautam Gambhir because he is blunt, na?
But that's what
you got a Ajit Agarkar because he's blunt.
But he said the exact opposite thing in the press conference when you lost the SCG test.
That's okay.
That it's up to the players to decide
Yeah,
whether
it's
they
easy
want
to
to
that's
play
why
or not.
again, it's very easy to
what
say
you
when you have
say-
the mic in your hand. When you're there in the thick of things, you're not doing that thing.
No,
This is the same
I
person
could-
who said 10,000 things off the
And
when
I
he
don't-
was
and I
not
don't
coached,
disagree
and
with
now
that.
he's.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, what
Absolutely.
you sometimes come and say in the press conference can be because you do not want to humiliate a player of that stature.
Yeah.
But what you say in the press conference doesn't necessarily have to do what you
But
do.
you wanted to humiliate when you were asked that Rohit won't play. You said that the debate
No,
we had.
I don't think, that's what I'm trying to say. That was a bad statement, but that is a sign of lack of media training. I don't think the intention was to humiliate him. The intention was actually to protect him because you didn't want to tell the world that it is. But the way it came out, it was wrong. That's what my point was. It's not that I don't think anyone comes to the press conference to humiliate anybody. And that's the thing. So if you are saying it in the press conference to safeguard, and a lot of people do it, let's say in Australian cricket as well, nobody will really come out in the press conference and say it like that, listen, Ricky Ponting is done. I know.
Correct.
On the face of it, Michael Clarke would have said, no, he's a great player, legend, this and that. But in personal capacity, he knew his time was up, went and spoke to him. If that is being done in Indian cricket, great. If Ajit Agarkar / Gautam Gambhir can go and have a conversation with Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, that time is done. But, and again, I'm not speculating, I'm telling you, and you can quote me on this, that conversation has already had with Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Both have already been told. So don't think because of what you heard on the press conference, everything is true. They've already been told. Now, whether they are in touch with reality and accept it, that's another thing. Or as I said, sometimes you reach that level where, you don't want to accept. As I said, Rajesh Khanna did not accept that his stardom was done.
Even
Took a
Virat,
long
no, Virat Kohli has been through this, right? He did not want to believe that captaincy's tenure would be over, but that had to happen. So it did happen. After that, whatever he did, whatever he would have wanted, did not go his way. He tried to show his anger by leaving Test captaincy, but cricket didn't stop. Did you stop playing Test cricket? I don't think so.
No,
You continued playing Test cricket.
Yeah, that's cricket never stops.
Yeah,
for
so if
anyone.
anybody thinks that they're bigger than the game, then they should realize that they'll fall on their face.
We'll see what happens. As I've told you, I can't make it more
Like they
clearer
have
that
previously,
the
yeah.
conversation has already happened with some of the seniors.
There are just two left.
Why?
Who else?
So many seniors. KL not a senior?
KL still.
No, but
Again.
they are getting at least some runs, na? The ones that are not getting runs, they have been spoken.
Somebody's 31 runs, 190 runs. How can you win BGT?
Dhanush is saying, if Virat Kohli doesn't play Ranji Jan 23rd, remove the central contract, sack him, test team average is 13 5 years. BCCI only have guts, punish Shreyas and Ishan. I'll tell you, Dhanush, I said this yesterday, that it's not that a Ranji Trophy performance will bring them or drop them. Bring to definitely not, but playing a Ranji may slightly help their case in case something opens up in England. But if you're not going to play it, you're only making the job easier for those ones who have already started thinking, as I've told you, of cricket without a Rohit and Virat in Test match. They've already started thinking. And with you not playing, you're only giving them another reason to follow up on that.
No, but I think what he actually means is that as far as Virat has gotten those 5 years. He a lean patch no other player would have gotten. So the rope that he deserves for the kind of performances that he has given for so long has already ended. Now he should be treated like all the other players. So if all the other players are not playing Ranji Trophy, you're taking the central contract, you're dropping them forever, then that's exactly what should happen with Virat now as well. Because the rope of playing that extra, of not playing domestic cricket and still meriting a place in the Indian team, I think has ended, because he's still in the Indian team in the fray of things after a lean patch of 5 years. Then he should be treated like all the other players from this moment. So if a Rishabh Pant or a Yashasvi Jaiswal or a Shubman Gill do not play Ranji Trophy now, you'll drop them from the Test series against England. Then drop Virat Kohli as well if he doesn't play. Even now I'm telling you, he is not going to play, because he knows it for a fact that it won't matter to him. He will still be in the England series, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes and plays all the 5 matches as well. So he knows that, and that's exactly what's going to happen. He's not even wrong in knowing that. Till the time that's not the dictate for everyone, it's going to happen.
No,
But what Nikhil just said, that the
He was not
conversations have
listening.
already been had.
No, the
So then it does not matter.
I'm saying conversations have been had. They want to end their career, but why not from now? I'm saying conversations. So these were their conversations when you said that they'll play Duleep
So
Trophy
how
as
do
well.
they end the career? They announced the England team today, Shashwat?
No, they don't announce the England team today. I'm saying if he doesn't play Ranji Trophy, treat him like you would have treated any other player in the team.
That's a rule that you have come up with. No, it's your own.
You
one
dropped
second.
Shreyas and Ishan.
1 second. Let me finish. You have. So this is a rule that is come from Shashwat's mind. That in your mind, that wrong rope gets over now because he's not gotten runs. So from now, start treating like that. But that's in your mind, no? Is it written in BCCI constitution that this is how it's supposed to be? Or for me, a logic could be different, from him different. There are 10 other people. Whatever is in your mind is not the written rule, no?
Correct.
So everyone will see. It's a subjective matter. Everyone will see how it is to be taken, or when that rope ends or not. For you, Virat's rope ended 2 years ago. For somebody, it's still going on. But that's no rule. The thing, I don't think I can make it any more clearer, that the conversation has already happened. And if they don't play Ranji Trophy, it is going to hurt them. You think he'll play all 5 matches? That's your assumption.
I think we'll get to know about that by January 20th.
Now
because
you want them to announce the team today for England series and drop them, only then you will be happy. Then we can't do anything. They can't change the rule and announce it today. They'll only be announcing it before the England tour. No, tell me, can they announce it today?
Champions Trophy they haven't announced.
So then you have answered your own question.
Shaurya Nanda has a comment that nothing succeeds like success. Once the cricketing action resumes and India does well against England, the entire narrative will shift. A happy dressing room is a winning dressing room. Different formats?
It is true, but again, I will tell you, I don't think whatever you do in white ball cricket will have any bearing on Test cricket. I know a lot
Yeah.
of people have said, and I think this is the assumption that certain players are also under, but I'm telling you that may not be the case. Take my word for it.
Okay. This is Test cricketer Shashwat. Okay. Gautam Gambhir, head batting coach, Abhishek Nair, Gigi's assistant, Ryanton Descartes and Abhishek Nair, assistant coaches, Sitanshu Kotak, Ryan's assistant. So make him Sitanshu Kotak's assistant. He can help DSP Siraj to be India's Steve Smith.
Such, what can I say?
It's a joke. You've made it.
He's just highlighting the state.
No,
of
but
Indian
his
cricket.
appointment does not make sense at all. You already have three people who are good enough to be more batting coaches. It doesn't. I don't know. What,
No,
what
or
would
you-
a fourth one will do?
Or you keep Sudhanshu Kotak, get rid of the two assistant coaches, fine.
I'm absolutely fine with that because see, Abhishek Nair
Realize
might
you made a mistake and
yeah,
change that.
Abhishek Nair might still have a role. I'm not so sure. What role would
Ryan
Ryanton
Descartes
Descartes would have?
see how irrelevant that person is in Indian cricket that we didn't even remember him for the
Just called him
20, 30
irrelevant out of
in
nowhere.
Indian cricket. I'm saying Ryan Descartes. I'm saying that's true. That's very true.
Well, by the way, can I always? It doesn't necessarily mean always a high-profile person is a good
No, I'm
coach.
not saying
Sudhanshu Kotak is not high profile, but
no,
could be a
I'm
good
not
coach.
talking about high profile. I'm saying that we didn't even remember that
Don't
there's
put
another.
all of us
assistant.
in the same.
No,
You
no.
didn't remember.
You also didn't.
No.
Gulati sir was the only one out
No.
of 3 people who remember.
No, that's not true. I said 2 assistant coaches. You said no, and he said yes. I'll show you that
No,
clip.
no, no. I am.
You said 1 assistant coach.
Yeah,
I
so-
said no, Shashwat. 2 assistant coaches. Before I could finish, he said yes. Ryanton Descartes and that. You're the only one who didn't remember.
But he.
So don't put it on everyone. Everyone who was watching also would have remembered.
But you did you see him anywhere?
That is another matter. It's a different debate. Whether I saw him, whether he's useful, he's not. We already made that thing.
No,
But,
but
you
I have
announced-
it's just based on feeling only. I don't have any sources in this respect, but I have a feeling that one of the assistant coaches could be sacked. It could happen.
It will be Ryan in Descartes. Yeah. Who else will it?
It could be.
Abhishek
And
but
Nair
the
will
scolding
as I
was
said,
too.
more, but bowling coach, na, he's not
It
assistant.
does not make sense, to have a fourth batting coach. It does not make sense.
The mental conditioning, he'll be mental
So
conditioning.
then change the designation.
Designation.
But then bring original
Paddy.
mental Paddy, na?
Paddy Upton.
He's with Gukesh, with the hockey team, with the Indian
He
team.
was with the Indian team as well.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a
that's
while.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, he
South
was.
Africa tour, if I'm not.
No, he was there the World Cup also.
ODI World Cup.
Yeah, ODI World Cup.
He
not
was there with the
T-
hockey team also
Yeah.
that won the bronze medal once
And
again, and with
Gukesh
Gukesh also.
too,
Yeah, yeah.
He was with Rajasthan Royals also, na?
He was coach, head coach, not mental
Yeah.
conditioning.
Mental
coach.
coach. He's mental conditioning.
head coach.
Later he has picked this art.
Okay, ABD Best has a comment that
No,
he
no, not later. He came with Gary Kirsten as a mental condition. He was
yeah,
assistant to Gary Kirsten.
ABD Best has a comment. He feels winning WTC is like much higher than winning a CT, then also much higher than winning a BGT. What is this? What is the priority of these 3 titles according to you? For me, it is BGT, then WTC, and then CT.
Good. For me, it
BGT
is,
in Australian conditions.
for me, it is BGT, then to an extent Champion Trophy, and then WTC. I'll tell you why. Because WTC is a new concept. No, it doesn't have
Exactly.
that kind of a. So Test series per se, like England and Australia, I'd want. That's number one. Champions Trophy also because it has a bit of a history, and then WTC.
I don't understand this concept of South Africa playing 10 odd matches and then qualifying for the final. India still playing about 20 odd. Even Australia played around 18-20 odd in the first cycle. They still could not really qualify. I think there needs to be a particular set of number of matches that a team needs to play for them to even be
I
in
honestly-
consideration. for a
WTC doesn't mean
final.
anything to me personally because again it doesn't. Again, you 2 years you're playing one final. Somebody saying I have 3 matches. What is this?
The qualification is a bit, and the biggest problem is a lot of countries don't, like India, Pakistan don't even play each other.
Yeah.
Like so anyone can play anyone and just somehow
You can play
two
less
teams reach.
test cricket so that you can have more percentage points. So
Yeah.
you can do that to your advantage.
You
as
have it
well.
like this, that each country, test playing country, plays against each other home and away. You make it a thing so for a period of 2 year windows, home and away, home and away, home and away, and then count points and two teams reach. Then it makes a lot of sense.
And by the way, India are playing lesser number of test matches this time, about 16.
Yeah.
That's like way less than what usually they play, about 21 they play. Okay, Rakesh Bhushan has a comment that Sitanshu Kotak is one more food in a grand buffet. This winter wedding tour of Indian cricket team is pure enjoyment.
Very true.
As
very
Shashwat
true.
put it, big boss.
Very true. Very true. 49 people now. You have completed 50.
Basically, what Rakesh Bhushan is saying, this is a nice big buffet. Anyone can come and enjoy.
Buffet also they are not having together. Na, that's also a problem.
Okay. Another comment by Rakesh Bhushan. Cricket is played between bat and ball, none in BCCI and what GG have spoken about. Why was Harshit Rana preferred over Prasidh Krishna? Will GG answer that? Was it his personal liking towards Rana? GG needs to answer more. I think we have discussed at length about all these tactical decisions that were taken during the BGT. Obviously, a lot of them not really made sense, starting with India playing 9 batters.
So you should have actually had multiple, like all these tactical decisions. Firstly, who took it? That should have been discussed in the review meeting. And
Correct.
secondly, what was the logic behind those decisions? Those needed to be answered. But see, again, there was nobody of that stature in that meeting to us. There's Roger Binney. He's an amazing guy, but I'm afraid he's always been very soft and a nice guy. I don't think he has in him to have that tougher side where he can ask tough questions.
This is what they're discussing. Wife should be there. Money should be cut. There were reports. Nitin sir only did this. Told that that the team they used to have some other discussion about the team, and then there's some other team who used to be put out in at the toss.
I'm not aware of that.
These
so
things
I
were
will
not talked about.
But like before we move on, Nikhil, what do you think about this? Having a chief selector during the tour, Australia consistently doing this. Now even Ajit Agarkar was with the squad
No,
for the whole of
It
BGT.
is needed because I think at least say if the chairman of the selector is going to be the one who will have to take a call on few players going forward, then he needs to know why exactly was it happening, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good idea. If not the chairman, any one selector, so you can keep briefing the selector. Sometimes you keep looking from the outside, oh, this guy is not doing well, only to realize that he was put under pressure in that circumstances, wasn't given the kind of chances that he deserved, or what was the team environment, did you make him feel comfortable, all that. I think it's a great idea.
Okay. Rakesh Bhushan has another comment. Major leaks during the Australia tour are attributed to support staff or a player. Leaks are happening now from board meetings. Blame on officials. It's multiple leaks from multiple sources. Huge chaos. We need a plumber to fix leak, not a coach.
Yeah, I just said that but the good thing is that a lot of those leaks are accurate, and the good thing about that is, while leaks should not be, the good thing is at least it keeps us all informed of what is happening, with Indian cricket, because all of us are stakeholders. If the BCCI are not going to make now there was a wrong news that happened. It took Jasprit Bumrah to tweet and say that it's wrong, right?
Yeah.
Simple thing could have been like you put that out, put a press release so everyone know.
Exactly.
But you didn't do that.
Yeah. I hate Dahi Balla has a comment that Nikhil sir, do you think Rohit's current fitness at par for current international cricket? If yes, will same fitness levy will be given to all young batters like Gill and Jaiswal?
See, one more thing I've heard about this fitness, now going back to yo-yo test. I think that I've said it in the past, I'm saying it now, it's a farce. Fitness, what did you lose BGT because of fitness? Tell me one area where fitness was an issue.
No, absolutely not.
So the only area you had was where Jasprit Bumrah is injured, but that's got nothing to do with fitness. It's the workload and his bowling way. So why is it? I know now why this is coming. Maybe you will try and eliminate a few players by giving this bahana. For me, if Rohit Sharma is scoring runs, that's fitness enough. If he can bat and get me a 200 in a one-day game, that is fitness. That is next level fitness.
Correct.
Why that is fitness? Because anyone who's batted for some time will tell you that you tend to get tired. But to have the concentration and the ability not to play a bad or a lazy stroke after you've crossed 100 requires next level fitness, no matter in which format you get. So a person is getting that, that's fine. If he's getting quick fire runs in one day cricket, the issue with Rohit is his form in test cricket, not his fitness. Fitness is not an issue. Fitness was not even an issue for a Ravichandran and Ashwin. Did anyone even discuss why did a premier number one spinner leave BGT in the middle of the tour? Was that part of the review meeting? Nobody is bothered. Nobody is.
Whose
Everything
wife is
else.
going, who's leaking? This is the order bothered.
Let's just move on. Yeah.
Rakesh Bhushan.
Yeah. When you can't say directly to Mr. Fix It rather than punish the entire team, he's such a strong individual, traveled early to Australia, has family in all tours, travels separately. Why not BCCI address the elephant in the room?
But Rakesh, it's not just one player, no, multiple were having. And if you have to have a rule, it has to be common for everyone. But as I said, I don't agree with it because everyone had their families in the T20 World Cup. You won it, no? So.
Okay. Mr. Raj has a comment for you. Nikhil, you used to say the same for Rohit and Virat in T20s, but Rohit always said they are resting and will play the World Cup. Similarly, Virat will play all 5 test matches. I don't think so.
By the way, just to let you know, whose comment is this? The name has gone.
Shivam? Yeah.
Mr. Raj, I think, and I can say with 100% guarantee, I was the first one to say that both of them are part of the T20 World Cup team, Virat and while everyone else, every other person had said that Virat will not be there. I think I did on this channel, you can go check it out, and everyone had that he is there. So I never said you could and by the way, everyone was arguing whether they deserve a place or not. So I'm the only one. No, and in those days when I was saying it was mostly a cricketing comment, and I was not the only one. Majority of you who watched also thought that India needs to move on from that. Right now, I'm telling you what the Indian think tank is thinking. As I've said, I've already confirmed that the conversation about their forms have already happened where they've been made aware that, listen, clock is ticking. So, I don't want to repeat myself, but I'd be very surprised if you see Rohit play another red ball game for India.
Same.
And if runs don't come, it could be very soon for Virat. When I say very soon, very, very soon. So.
I think I have said it earlier also that Rohit should have played the SCG test. And it should have been Gambhir who should have told him this thing that, listen boss, you are the captain of the team.
That would have been
You
last.
must
It was
play."
No,
MCG.
but
Same
Ajit
thing.
Agarkar did tell him that play this game. But he
This
didn't.
will be your last match.
Not necessarily. It could have been a chance for him to impress. But now what he's done is he's left them with no choice. Vishal Panchal.
Do you think the test team is being selected based on the white ball or the IPL performance? I'm not sure, but it shows.
Vishal, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Vishal, we had been saying it. If you really cared for domestic performance, Sarfaraz Khan still sitting out, and so is Abhimanyu Ishwaran.
Correct.
Coaches are decided on that basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nitish Reddy came into the team. Yes, he got 100, but basis white ball form.
Yeah. Shubham Garg has a comment that Shashwat is perfect.
Ditto for Washington Sundar.
Yeah. Shashwat is perfect for
Big Boss. Wow,
Did
man, you're a
complete,
lucky guy. You will get in
of
670 figure check.
No, I don't want.
You use the mic now when you say. What? You want to go or don't? It's his dream. Oh, Shubham reminds me. You can. Shubham, please tag the makers of Big Boss. Say that I found the perfect contestant. Make a few clips of him and tag them. They can see
No,
some.
I think we need him here. He's a
No,
utility resource.
for 2 months he can go, na? 2 months he can go.
Sabbatical.
He's already taken in his short career 2 months long.
He can do lives from there.
3 months it was.
He
So
can do
it's
lives
there.
from there.
That
only.
was medical, na.
Whatever. This will be personal.
That was medical.
Celebrity.
Any more comments? Yeah.
Vishal Panchal. Yo-yo again to drop Sarfaraz if he doesn't pass. Good point, Vishal. That's what I said.
Do you
it in
see
that
Sarfaraz
minute.
being part of England?
He should. He should. How can you drop him?
No, he should.
Drop
he
him
should be
without
in the
playing
11
him.
according to me. But
How can you drop him without playing?
because maybe that's the
That-
action you'll take
That's what I'm
against him.
saying.
No, but I don't see Sarfaraz Khan being part of the test team going ahead. And it's not because of the leaks or something. I think you did not really have him in the practice sessions during the Australia tour also. One thing that was absolutely clear from that was you don't really trust Sarfaraz the batter in overseas conditions.
Basis what?
Who
What have you
decides?
seen?
Who
He
decides?
should have been a part of the at least the practice sessions in Australia. He
Yeah.
wasn't.
So my point is, basis what is he now not good enough to
Who's
play Test
decided
cricket?
this?
And
I'm
who's
not saying
decided
it.
that?
For me, he should be a part of the test squad, but I don't see him
No,
being
but
a part of the
if they
test
take, this will be a big misstep by the people, because if they think that they're getting some, questions being asked by the media, it's only going to double and triple. You can't drop a player without giving him a chance. He averages more than 15, whatever matches he's played. If you don't like his, face and you drop
Face
him
or
or
his
whatever,
family,
or
whatever,
hairstyle
yeah.
or whatever, you can't do that. Can't do that. Okay, last couple of comments. Kiran Khatri, hi gents. BCCI should first and foremost remove Gambhir and the support staff he brought with him and send them packing. Then the seniors. GG is not the answer. VK will not play Ranji. Rowe maybe. We pretty much
But even
summed
Rohit
up.
Sharma hasn't confirmed.
We'll get
his
to know it in the
availability.
next couple of
Doesn't
days.
matter
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. Anshu Mishra says, Nikhil sir, you are reverse aging. Arey Anshu, thank you so much. I just saw your 2015 video and you look very different then. You had a beard. Yes, I did. I was without a beard. I had a beard. By the way, I had, beard was made famous by VIRAT KOHLI in Indian cricket. I had beard before that. Then when everyone started keeping a beard, I thought I must shave it now. Everywhere I would go.
I also don't keep.
That's not a comment on Gulati, but I'm generally saying
Gulati sir had to get rid of it.
he loves it. So, no, that's fine. Okay, Web of Tarangi. Bumrah should have avoided yesterday's replying to that Twitter post. Who knows, it might turn up to be true. No, see, it can't be true. That's why he replied to it. But as I said, he's of that stature now where he can reply. If some other player would have, probably some action would have been taken against him.
Yeah.
Okay, Sachin Kashyap, if KL doesn't keep, will you keep him in the Champions Trophy squad, Nikhil sir? He's going to keep, but why will he say no to keeping?
No, but even if he does not keep, let's say you decide to go with Rishabh Pant, KL has, for me, he has to feature in the playing 11. He has to be your number
ahead
4.
of whom? Whom will he play ahead of if he's not keeping?
I don't care. He has to play ahead of anyone, but KL has
Why
to play.
is he Sir Garfield Sobers?
I
No,
think on
but
current
he's-
form, you cannot
I-
really
I
drop
think
him.
if he's
His
not
white
keeping,
ball
how will
form.
he come in the team?
No, but I'm just saying, by the way, in batting form, he is better than most other batters.
No, Who will
Absolutely.
you drop? That's why I'm asking now.
Why
who
will he
you
be dropped? He was in the 11.
I'm
Why
saying
will I
who-
drop?
No, he's saying if he doesn't keep.
Shreyas Iyer and
You'll
get a
drop
keeper.
Shreyas Iyer?
Between
Yeah.
KL and Shreyas Iyer, no. Got your answer?
My point
You
is, I
cannot
don't
do
care
that.
who gets dropped,
You-
but
you
KL has
I
cannot
to
do
play.
chose that answer.
You cannot do that.
No, it's not going to happen. He's going to keep. So
Yeah,
he's
And
just
if he
here
doesn't, but you
making-
cannot do that.
If you can watch it when it will happen. Abhishek Rawat, namaste everyone. Namaste to you as well, Abhishek. Please, one show on some of the best commentators according to you. At least 3 panel members on that show. And Sidvi sir looks very decent and sincere, isn't he? He's very decent and very sincere. Absolutely, he is. He's on a chutti right now. I'd be happy to hear that. And yeah, we will do that commentator thing. We've been procrastinating. We'll do a timeout on that. Okay, on that note, we will take your leave. Thank you so much for your company as always on the Dugout. We love interacting with you every evening, and we love the fact that you join us and give us so much love. Give us a like on the video. That's all that we ask for. Anything else you want to say? Any of you? Anything that was in your mind?
Waiting for another league tomorrow morning as I come to office.
What are you waiting for? To KL Rahul to be dropped?
No.
And
That's not happening.
Yeah, he'll play 100 tests. Johnny Best.
He's not even
Test
assured a
cricket.
place in India's test
Test
squad.
cricket, though, I've said you have to also have the conversation with the KL Rahul.
Yeah.
No, you have to have a conversation with Shubman Gill as well.
Yeah. No, but Shubman, in Indian conditions, had a lot of runs. A lot of runs. It's only overseas where he's struggling.
Second innings skill.
Yeah. Bye. Take care. Good night, Nandri. Vadakkam. Abhay Gupta, sir, loved your interview with Lewis Hamilton. That was
When did it happen?
a decade ago. I've done 2-3 interviews with him, different times. One I did in Amsterdam, one I did here at the Grand Prix, 2 I did at the Grand Prix. No, one in Amsterdam, one in Delhi, and one in Greater Noida.
Okay.
So I don't know which one he's talking about, but many years ago. But one of them I know which he must be talking about. That's the one that goes viral on Instagram. A lot of people, where he says a few Hindi words. That's why it's gone. But the one that I did with him in Amsterdam is very nice. But I don't know if you can find that clip. This is before YouTube era, so a lot of those clips I don't know are there or not. In one, I'll tell you this. So in one of the interviews, and I hope I can get that tape. Maybe I'll try. I actually showed him. He used to be dating Nicole Scherzinger at that time, the actress. So I said, "You're dating Nicole Scherzinger." She said, "Yeah." So I said, "Okay, I have a question for you. I'm going to show you a picture of my girlfriend, and you have to tell me who's hotter, yours or mine." So I said, "Okay." So I had a picture, and I showed, and he didn't know, I had taken the picture of Deepika Padukone.
Oh.
How was he? And he looked at it. He's like, "That's your girlfriend?" I was like, "Yeah." Man, she's hot. And then he was like, and then I said, no, I'm just joking. She's a Bollywood actress. You were playing the fool with me. I said,
Good one.
yeah. I said, you have to tell me. He said, yeah, okay. He saw that picture and he went like, and I didn't take a very makeup wala picture, very normal picture. He was like totally shocked. Later I had to tell him so that he can sleep well tonight कि इसको लल्लू को मिल गई है मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. Okay. Akash K. Nikhil sir, how to get a comment read by you by putting it here? You do it and I'll read it.
Or Instagram DM also you can do.
Insta DM you
Twitter.
can say. Twitter I read more often so you can see, because there it's open. Insta I don't open the comment section a lot. Okay, bye, take care, good night, Nandri, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair.
Eat your vegetables and don't trouble the matter.
Bye.